Hey my friends, you see this? I have empty needles. I just finished the scarf binding off, and I sure hope I did it correctly, but I have went over and over and over again, and Miss Jenny, I hope yours ends up like that, but it ended up with a flower edging and the stretchy bind off, so it is all done. So now all I have to do is weave in a whole bunch of ends and then give it a good soak and then pin it out to stretch out all the lace. So I just wanted to let you know it is done. Hey friends, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday afternoon or Friday, depends where you are in the part of this world. It is after 2 o'clock and it's been a slow morning. We got rain last night and no bad storms, which I'm so thankful for, but lots of rain, which brought out my sinus headache. And then it brought it back this morning. So it's just getting so I don't have it anymore. But anyways, welcome my friends. My name is Teri. I always just jump right on like y'all know who I am. Like pull up a seat and just get comfortable. So hopefully my friend, you are doing well. I hope that your day is going good, your night, whatever day we are meeting together. So, like I said last night, it was so humid, so humid. I know the east side of Michigan, the state, they got worse storms. They actually, rain dumped so much, a lot of places had flooding. So, and I know that they had confirmed another tornado down there. So Michigan's had 29 tornadoes. We don't even, if we're lucky, we're not, tornadoes are never lucky, but that is way about, not quite double, but getting close to what we normally have. And then I heard them say that because we are getting so many tornadoes this year, now we might be considered in the tornado alley or the tornado belt. That's not a thing that you want. So, but it was really muggy last night, even with the rain. And when the rain came through, it did feel a little cooler, but it was still a little muggy. I got this morning, it was 63, and it was cool enough that we could open some windows to get the coolness of the air in. And the sun has just come out, so it is going to heat it right up. It just, I think it's only supposed to get to 77 today. And it just hit 70 because the sun's out. So, but stay tuned, because after this chat, Mr. Jerry, my hubby, will actually be talking about a antique, over 100 years old saw, and it's pretty cool. The saw part, the blade part was really rusty, so he's got that soaking and stuff. And then he did discover there's supposed to be something that helps hold, another part that's supposed to help hold the wood that you put on to cut on it, and that is missing. But you know, he just restores them and displays them. So I will try to put a picture of it after his clip, and of the before, how he got it. I think he paid $15 for it, which was a really good steal, because most people pay $80 and they're all broke and they have to be refurbished. And that was one thing he's never had, so he was really pleased with it. And very proud, and I'm very proud of what he learns. You know, it just doesn't come natural to him either. He, you know, asks questions, looks things up, and, you know, so just like we do. So, and then, so that will be on there. And then, oh, I'll have a little video clip. I did finish the scarf. I was bound and determined to get that thing done, because it was just the way she has us ending it is all on flowers, and they take a long time to do. And I got it so that last night I had all the flowers on. I just had to knit them back off, and I think I had to do one more flower section and then do a bind off. So stick around for that afterwards, and you will see the pictures before it's been washed and blocked. So but Jerry, you know, I held it up for Jerry, and he says, "Oh," he says, "that's very pretty." So I'm so glad to get that off the needles. There was so many mistakes in it, and but you know what? I also look at, there was so many learning opportunities that caused them mistakes. And so that's a good thing. And nobody's going to know it. They might see something a little different in it, but most people won't see it. So I got that done, and then I've got spinach. I'm cleaning some spinach. Bought 2 bags at, can't remember if it was Aldi's or Walmart. Usually what I do with my baby spinach is I try to get a couple bags of it, and then I put it in some water with some baking soda and let it soak. And then I rinse it all off. And then what I will do is I'll put it in my Ninja blender, and I will add just a tiny bit of water. And then I will blend it all up into a green liquid, and I pour it into my ice cube trays. And then those will then go into a freezer baggie, and then that's what I pop into my smoothies. I mean, it could be added to eggs, it could be added to whatever that you like your spinach in, but that way it lasts a while for me, because heaven to Betsy, Jerry doesn't eat that stuff. So so I got that soaking as I'm in here talking. He just ran in to buy groceries. I was hoping to be able to go in with them, but it's all I can do just to walk outside to the garden, and I just didn't want to push. You know, the headache is gone, so I didn't want to push that. So he went outside with me today to the garden. You know, I don't know if he really, when he goes with me, if he's really looking at stuff, or all he's seeing is and hearing is blah 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 blah. Oh, but he's a good sport. So we went out to the strawberries, and they're under a insect netting, and then I usually uncover it partly so that the pollinators can get in there. They really don't, I guess strawberry plants have the male and female pollinator flowers or something, so they really don't need a pollinator, but it does, you know, when you get honeybees in there, that will help a lot. But so we were looking at that, and of course the rain brought out all the weeds, and so we stopped for a minute and weeded as much as we could get to. So, and then my cauliflower, oh, it's looking so good. Dark green leaves, and they're starting to, you know, cup up like this, and you can see in the center like the tiny leaves that will form around. And so far I don't see a cauliflower head producing, but it's there. My carrots are probably, I'd say, 1 inch tall. And then Our potatoes are doing awesome. We have a big bed of Kennebec potatoes, and they are doing really, really well. And then we have that volunteer bed of Kennebecs that came up on their own that the good Lord is providing us. And those are looking really good. And the peppers, you know, they're starting to show a little bit of, I think they're going to be flowers up on top because I haven't grown them before. But they also show a little bit of pest damage, which is not unusual. And my peas are probably now 8 inches up the vine, or up the trellis, and the cantaloupe is just coming out. And my tomatoes, my Roma tomatoes, are starting, the plants are starting to grow now. The cucumbers, they're like double the size of the plants. And all his squashes are doing good. They're coming up. It's just my pesky green beans. There is something that is eating off all the leaves. Just chopping them right off. So hopefully tonight or tomorrow, either morning or nighttime, he said he will go out and he will do that powder stuff that around the green beans. And before he does that, I will try planting another green bean seeds by those in case they don't, you know, grow. And then he will take the neem oil. All this is organic stuff, and he will spray the potatoes and the potato leaves and the pepper leaves, because something still is munching on them, which isn't unusual. And pretty soon, this is where all the certain bugs come in. Well, I'll have to start looking for potato bugs, and if I see them, I'll have to get a mason jar with some soapy water in it and just pick them off and dump them in. That's the only way you really can. You just drop them in and they basically drown. I mean, because if you don't, they will just devastate a potato plant in a few hours. So, and they lay their babies, and you don't want that. So, celery is looking really good. I just can't get over how green it is compared to the stores. And my cabbage, the leaves are just huge, and they're all starting to cup out. You got the outside leaves like this, then you got the inner leaves, and then you got right in the center where the head should form, you got these little itty bitty leaves that are starting to cup around. So that's just so exciting. But even with all the pests and rodents and everything I complain about in my garden, it still is a wonder to me. It is just, it brings beauty, it brings joy, it brings frustration to everybody. Oh, and my garlic scapes are ready. I gotta cut those out this weekend. And I think I'm either going to do, just depends on how much I get, I might do garlic butter. And I've seen people do that where they take a couple sticks of butter and then you blend up, you chop up the scape, because it will be like a green onion, but with garlic flavor. And after you wash it and stuff, and you chop them up fine, and then you just, you know, mix them together, and they put them in either freezer containers or something and then put them in the freezer. And my friend does that, and she also does pesto. And so when she makes her pesto, she does like a lot of people do. You make the pesto, and then you put it in an ice cube trays, freeze it, and then you put it in a freezer baggie, and then you take out whatever you need. So this is my first year doing it, and I'm relying on her how to do this stuff, because I've been looking and stuff, but she had me send her a picture today because they were what she gave me last year. And she said, yep, they are ready. You can go ahead and pick them. Well, actually, you cut them. So, and what that does is that it forces the energy back into the garlic stalk, into the bulb, so that it will produce more down at the bulb instead of, because the scape is basically trying to flower. It will have this little bud, from what I'm understanding, if you don't pick them. So all the energy is going into that. So, so I think tomorrow that's what I will do, is go out and take my shears and clip them and wash them. And like she says, you just put them in the refrigerator till you're ready to use them. So, but yeah, other than that, now that I've got that shawl done, I feel so much better on that. Did not do any more of my English paper piecing or my socks. But now for my morning knit, I will pull out that sock when I listen to my devotions, and just work on my English paper piecing, and hopefully nothing else I see tempts me to just drop everything and start it. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you all go. I got to go rinse that spinach and get that going and get that in the freezer. And other than that, thanks for stopping by, my friend. Until we can meet again. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with it, but I just want to say thank you. And I just hope that no matter what, you're finding joy. So, till we can visit again. Thanks, friends. Okay, friends, so this is what my hubby does. He collects, you can say hi.
Hi.
He collects stuff. And he's working on this thing. Okay, I zoomed in. And you can explain. You can even bring
it. It is a scroll saw made by the, let's see, American Scroll Saw Company. Patented in 23. The blade goes here down below, and it's made, you can put a belt on it and power it by an electric motor, but I made the knob. I make it also so you can do it this way.
So the sun came out, so can you bring it a little closer so they can see like the knob and everything? Okay. I think that is the coolest thing. How old did you say?
About 100 years old.
And they would have used that scroll saw for?
Cutting things.
Like, I mean, it's not going to be a big stuff that they're going to be cutting. Like
no, same thing you use a scroll saw for nowadays. Cutting out little intricate cuts.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's cool, babe.
I made the knob, made the platform. It was all rusty. I sandblasted it, painted it, cleaned it, polished it. So now it will just sit here.
It'd be interesting to see if it would work.
Well, it will.
Once you get the blade on it, you should. Yeah. We should try it.
The blade's rusty.
Yeah, that's why you're soaking it. Well, you know, we all get rusty, especially after 100 years. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you, this is one of the things that he likes to do. The stand that it's sitting on, he did that several years ago. And it is 2 antique sewing machine bases.
No, just one.
Oh, just one?
Some antique sewing machines have a low base. I've only seen a couple, 3 of them. This is one.
It has a wheel. It would have been made to, because right where the speaker is sitting down below here is a pedal, and the wheel would have been around and it would have worked. But didn't you cut that off?
Yeah, I cut. This is the wheel. I cut it all off so I can fit this on there.
And that's a live edge board.
It's cherry,
Is cherry.
I think.
And then he spray painted that. So I mean, that's just some of the stuff he likes to do. But yeah, I just thought I'd not even seen a scroll saw that old before. So, and I thought you guys would like to see it. So, good job, babe.